on, we're continuing where Red left off, with Red and Electabuzz going to battle Lieutenant Surge. Surge is excited to see how far Red and Electabuzz have come, so on they get the battle ready. So on, Electabuzz is waiting for his turn, when Surge sends out a little Raichu. Red is impressed by it, but so on, he calls upon Scyther, and so on, Raichu uses Surf. So on, however, Cypher combines his Scythe blade with a Stone Edge, so on attacking. But then, Raichu uses Psyshock. But so on, Red tells Scyther to grab both of them, and so on attack with a X-Scissor. So on, Red returns Scyther. Raichu's out. Then it's a battle between legends. Red sends in Charmeleon versus Surge's, Jolteon. After a few battles, Charmeleon is attacked with a Thunderbolt with lightning coming through from a rain dance. Now Charmeleon's paralyzed, but Charmeleon's blaze kicks in, allowing for a powerful flamethrower. But this is enough. So on, Red tells Charmeleon to use Dragon Rage, and so on, after being burned from a flamethrower, Jolteon is told to use Shadow Ball. So on is a double knockout out of this battle. And then it's a battle between legends. So on, Electabuzz versus Surge's Raichu. So on, Electabuzz is told to use Flamethrower, while Surge tells Raichu to use Volt Tackle. Then it's a battle of wills, as they jump up and attack each other from Red's Electabuzz to use Ice Punch, while using Ice Punch, while Raichu uses Iron Tail, while also being burned. Then, after being poisoned from a toxic, so on, Raichu isn't the only one burned anymore. So on, Red tells Electabuzz to use Ice Punch and Fire Punch, and so on, Surge tells him once again to use Volt Tackle. So on, Electabuzz is barely standing, but is the winner. Surge is impressed, and hands Red, remember the badge. And so on, Red meets Giovanni, as planned for Silver's 9th birthday. So on, Silver's excited to see him, asking how strong he's become. And so on, Giovanni says they first need to get his gifts. And so on, Red's excited to see what Silver's got, because he considers Silver a little brother. Silver's excited for his new suit as well. And so on, they battle it out. So on, Charmeleon does his signature jump, and so on, Silver tells, Sneasel to use Thunder Punch. Then after a few seconds, it's a battle of wills, because now it's Red's Charmeleon's Blaze versus Sneasel's Ice Beam. But an explosion happens and it's almost over, but Sneasel is burned, and Red tells Charmeleon to use Fire Punch. And it's still almost a close battle. Charmeleon then learns Fire Blast, and someone attacks Sneasel with it, while Sneasel uses multiple Shadow Balls. And when Sneasel jumps up, just get out of the way, Red tells Charmeleon to use Flamethrower. Charmeleon looks even more epic from the battle, and standing like a cool Jotaro character after he finished the whole main story. Giovanni says it's good they are getting stronger, but it's time to go to Hoenn for research purposes of business. Maxie hands over research to Giovanni. Excited though, because excited for Silver being part of Team Rocket. While they meet Courtney, a young trainer who has a very high skill level. Red trains his Pokemon while Brion gets very close to him always. Charmeleon is excited to even get stronger, while Cypher is flying around trying to work on his power, while Silver and his Nidoran, male, general, and while they meet Courtney's newest Pokemon, Seedot. They battle it out to prove who's better. Red sends out Brion and tells her to use Ice Beam. Wow. Courtney tells Camerupt to use Earth Power. And they battle it out, and she then tells Camerupt to use Earth Power, I think, along with using a Stone Edge. However, Camerupt has died of a heart attack. Courtney begs for her to be safe. Maxie does everything he can, but Cameron's gone. And so on, he hands a clone process of a new Pokemon, of the Pokemon she used to have. However, Silver is worried about Brion here, badly injured and has many bandages while using max potions to heal her up as best she can. So when Silver's angry about this, she disrespected Team Rocket and especially Red, and saying there's going to be a battle. And after having to start over with a new Pokemon that's a clone of her old partner, it's a little hard and she's trying to figure out what to do. Silver then goes completely ballistic on her, and when Courtney tries to tell her new Numal to use any of the old moods, Cameron no, she doesn't. He doesn't know, and Silver tells Sneasel to use Ice Beam, knocking out in one shot. She's asking why isn't she doing anything right, and so on. She decides to get serious, and so on. Silver switches out Sneasel for Nidoran. So on, Silver tells Nidoran to use Double Kick, while being attacked at close range. So on, Courtney tells C-Dot use Razor Leaf. After an intense battle, C-Dot evolves into Nuzleaf and uses a Leaf Blade from the top of his leaf, while Silver tells Nidoran to use Thunderbolt. However, being knocked all the way to the sky of the building was badly damaged, but Nidoran did his part, and so on, also poisoning and paralyzing Nuzleaf. After an intense battle, Silver tells Sneasel to use Thunderbolt while using Ice Beam in a wheel form, and so on. Nuzleaf is told to use Thunderbolt while Silver tells Sneasel to use Ice Beam. This is where the battle stands at a stalemate. So on, however, Sneasel walks away. So on, while Nuzleaf is poisoned, and so on is knocked out. This is the epic moment for Silver right now. She asks why she lost. Silver didn't have the experience she had. Silver explains that she was weak and looked down on Team Rocket, so Silver decided to take it very personally what she did, and defeated her easily. Red is worried for Silver's actions, but hopes he'll get over it. Well, they all train together while sitting in certain Pokemon. So on, Silver gets Red's Electabuzz trained with Charmeleon, while all working together on their attacks and special attack. While Nidoran, Male, along with Nirina, Brion train together, working on special attack moves of dodging Moonblast. While Brion is working on the effectiveness of Moonblast against other Pokemon that are poison types. While Red also trains Scyther to master the new power he has from making his own blades like Steel of Rock. He then meets Fuji after a little while. So Fuji is very nice. And so on, Fuji asks for Red to check out the tower to bring peace to a Pokemon. Red and Charmeleon are walking by and see a baby Cubone. Charmeleon, being a nice guy he is, asks if he's okay and gets him a pat on the head. So on, Red, feeling bad after finding out that poor Cubone's mother was killed brutally by Team Rocket, he apologizes for what they've done and apologizes for being a part of that. Cubone, a little upset, but seeing how Red has a heart and is worse than that, he cries all his heart out. And so on, Cubone's guardian, Pondra, comes out, while Charmeleon is working on some Flame Wheel stuff. And so on. Red sends in a Pokemon, Scyther, to deal with, Ghastly. And so on, he tells Ghastly to use, he tells Scyther to use X-Scissor. Ghastly tells, Cubone's mother that these trainers are pretty bad, beat him up. Red battles everything he has, and someone tells Scyther to use Night Slash and then Double Team while telling him to use half of his power to make use a Stone Axe, or I think it's called. However, Cubone's mother uses a powerful Shadow Ball, while Red tells Scyther to reflect it with his Stone Axe. However, he's knocked out. So on, Red sends Electabuzz to go all out, activating his alpha abilities. He tells Electabuzz to use Fire Punch and Ice Punch, while Cubone attacks with a Flamethrower. all using Thunderbolt. Light Buzz is knocked out, instantly pushed back into the wall. Cubone sees this and is worried, and so on Red sends Charmeleon to battle. But Charmeleon is one-shot and Red is worried about him, so he hands a super potion. Cubone tells his mother to stop this, and Red's not a bad person. Ghastly started to fight with him. However, when Cubone's about to move on, now knowing that her son's in a safer place, Blue comes in and tries to catch the Pokemon. Red stops it, saying that Cubone's mother needs to rest in peace now. Let her move on. However, when she's about to move on completely, it's taking a while. When Cubone's worried, and while Charmeleon and Wartortle are roughhousing, trying to get over one another on top of the church, rolling around. Red tells Charmeleon to use Fire Punch, while Blue tells Wartortle to use Ice Punch. Cubone's saying goodbye to his mother finally. And this is a very serious battle now. Red tells Charmeleon to use Flamethrower, while Blue tells Wartortle to use Water Pulse. Then Blue thinks he has an advantage, tries for a Quick Ball, while Charmeleon is knocked out, and he's also hurt. Sorry, it's not really him, but another Pokemon did that. Fuji is angry that he did that, while Blue asks him what's his problem. Fuji explained he hurt his Pokemon badly, and when Blue tells him to shut up and tells Wartortle to attack with Ice Punch, and he's not. While they battle, Fuji tells Snorlax to use Thunderbolt, while Blue tells Wartortle to use Iron Tail. Then Fuji tells Snorlax to use Hyper Beam, while Blue tells Wartortle to use Protect. Blue tells Wartortle to use Drain Punch, but they both use Ice Beam at the same time. However, Snorlax's power is more strong, and Wartortle is knocked out. And Blue doesn't get what he's talking about at all. He's saying Red's fine, then turns around and sees Red bleeding. A few drops, and Cubone's panicking her and crying. Blue wasn't planning for that, and feels guilty. While Brion is cuddling around trying to make sure Red's okay. And it's also while Nidoran tries to keep an eye on everyone as well. Charmeleon's badly injured, his tail's hurt a little, he has a few bruises along with Scyther and Electabuzz. They're angry that they lost to Cubone's mother, but they admit it was fun to battle her. Red comes out with a few bandages. Cubone goes up to hug him. Red's excited to see him, but winces after accidentally getting hurt a little by the hug. Fuji tells him that Cubone will be safe with his good Pokemon, Snorlax, and his Kangaskhan. And Red tells Cubone to wait here. Silver comes to Red, saying he has a Moonstone for him, orders by Giovanni, his dad. Silver asking what happened. Red tells him he got a little injured, that's all. Silver, at least thinks he's okay. Sneasel walking with him is very happy to see him. And they train on Thunderbolt first to improve their Pokemon's abilities. Sneasel and Nidorina have a very passionate battling style of using high powerful attacks while trying to improve themselves, trying to target to use Thunderbolt. They use Ice Beam, trying to figure out the best target combinations. And it's time to battle. Red then tells Nidorina to use Ice Beam, while then Silver tells Sneasel to use Thunderbolt. This is where when they keep battling using their attacks, trying to see who's better with them, while switching them up. Then a Pokemon attacks Silver for a Shadow Ball. Then Leaf comes in while being flown by Igglybuff, and Sneasel tries to help, but one Moonstone's still stolen. They then chase Leaf all the way there, and demands she gives it back. Leaf then sends in her Charizard, which Red is impressed that his Pokemon already evolved, while also being poisoned. And Nidorina then tag teams her when almost winning, but then Leaf turns her Charizard the Mega Evolve into Charizard X. Then Nidorina holds down Charizard enough to letting Sneasel attack with an Ice Beam. However, Nidorina is frozen while technically Sneasel is a little tired and sweating like crazy. Charizard is knocked out. Then they have to deal with another attack, by using Double Team along with a Night Slash. dealing with the new evolved Haunter that was originally an Alpha Ghastly. Someone know, server of plans for everything, sends an attack. Someone know, Nearina steals the Moonstone from, well, Leaf that stole from us, while Shadow Ball is used against Red, who's about to hit Silver. However, Neo Queen evolves into Neo Queen and defeats Haunter. Then Leaf sends in Igglybuff, and then tells her to use, one. It's actually, Queen uses a Sludge Bomb, knocking out Igglybuff. Then, Silver sends in Neoran, male, the shiny one, to get to Leaf, while Neo Queen and, well, Leaf's Pokemon, her starter to be exact, Red will eradicate to battle. Then, a smoke bomb appears, attacking the smoke screen from being knocked. Leaf uses a smoke bomb to get out of the way from being attacked, also returning Eradicate. Fuji explains that if Red wants to take him, Fuji wants to take care of Cubo until he's ready to move on fully and be raised by responsibility, since Red doesn't know really how to take care of Pokemon on egg level, because Cubo's basically a newborn. So on, we didn't see Red and Electabuzz walking around. Then seen Blue with a new Pokemon, a shiny Magby.